G'day, Tragic here, and welcome to Lord of the Rings, a living card game. We are going to be doing the Saga series. So, the Saga boxes, they start with the Hobbit, and then they start with the Lord of the Rings, with Frodo leaving the Shire, and end up all the way in Mount Doom. Now, this is a big, long, continuing saga. There's lots of quests to get through, so let's get started. Now, a word of, warning. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. So what you're seeing here is me trying to get the table set up. I really want to have a camera that can just point directly down like I see some people do on other videos, but I just cannot figure out how they do it. I bought like a big camera that had an arm, but like the camera just falls over because it's got too much weight on one side and it can't get high enough that you can't see the feet of the tripod in the shot. I just don't get how they do it. I need to find out. But anyway, the point is, you might get a little cramped, particularly in this quest, because this is the first quest of The Hobbit, and it's the first time they introduced these things called treasure cards. And in this particular quest, you want to delay questing until you can explore a location called the Troll Cave. Once you explore the Troll Cave, you'll actually win the treasure cards, because that's where you find the treasure. So this quest is all about delaying as long as possible because you want to stay in 1A until this the troll key turns up, which is an objective that you end up using to get into the troll cave. There's a couple of other things we should note about this quest. For starters, there's no location. This isn't the Nightmare version. I actually really like the Nightmare version of this quest. I'll probably play Nightmare versions of all the sagas as well. In this particular one, the normal quest, 3 is about the max that you'll ever get for threat-wise coming out of the encounter deck. So we only ever need to quest for 3 plus whatever is already in the staging area. So it's very easy to control what's happening in the staging area in this quest, particularly if we're using Thalen, which we are, because there is a suspicious crow here, which only has 1 damage. And because it's only got 1 damage, Thalen will actually kill it before the when reveal effect happens. So there's a lot of control here. We're using Eleanor to control when revealed treacheries, and we're using Oren or Ori or whatever his name is for gaining additional card draw because we want to draw as much as our hand. This deck is pretty crazy. By the end of the game, I'll have like 0 threat and the entire deck in my hand, basically, because you've got to delay so long in this, unless we're super lucky and we get the card really early. Okay, so the key cards in this particular deck is going to be control. So we're looking at Hemmermarth, which is, the River Song. He's one of the strongest, craziest characters around for solo players because he allows you to peek at the encounter deck and make your planning really well. And of course, Faramir for questing power, and Stargazer for controlling what we draw. And they're basically the keys. Now, what I'm doing here, or during somewhere, because I'm recording this post, is I'm going to mulligan to try and find the Song of Kings. I want Song of Kings or Hemmermarth in my opening hand. They're the 2 cards I'm mulliganing for. Now, in my first hand draw, I actually got Stargazer, which is a very good card to start with, but without Kings or Hemmermarth, it could still end up in disaster. So best to just mulligan for it, just in case. Unfortunately, we don't get it. Okay, so it should be noted that in this particular game and in most of my playthroughs on the channel, I use what I call a restricted card pool. And that just means that I'm unable to use cards that weren't released at the time the quest was released. So in this particular case, that is Corset, Mirkwood, Khazad-dûm, and the first Hobbit book, Hobbit pack, or Hobbit Saga box, or whatever, not both of them. And that's all I can use. That means I'm not going to be running some of the crazy decks. I mean, as the progression gets further into Mount Doom, the more crazy decks will turn up. It's just that the power creep in this game is pretty huge, and I just have a lot more fun playing with restricted card pools. That being said, I actually really like the Nightmare quests on this game. I think they're awesome, and I will be playing them. And the Nightmare packs were released later in the game's life, so they do have slightly more cards available, and that allows you to use more efficient strategies. Like, so instead of stalling for the troll key, like you'll see in this video, you can mill for it. Anyway, so we'll see how that all goes. Anyway, let's get into this. Now, what we're doing now is I'm trying to get the right camera set up because it's just always so bright, or I've got to have the room really dark. So now I'm going to try doing manual game rather than the automatic game on the camera. So hopefully that's going to fix that up. Anyway, that's the introduction. Let's get into this. Bit of an overview of the quest. We are off on our way. Okay, so now that we've got it all set up, now you might notice there's something a little bit weird with the microphone. That's because I can't get my microphone to work. My fancy Rhodes wireless, it just will not turn on. They reckon it's probably a problem with the button. So, like, it's got like a 2-year warranty, so they're going to replace it for me for free. But until then, my sound's going to be all off, or I might just have a break from doing the videos for a bit. So, I went through the quest basically in the introduction. We'll just do a quick double cut on this, just to show you that the deck is not stacked. And we'll do the same thing with the encounter deck. Now, I wish I could work out how people get completely top-down views. I mean, I really don't know. It's annoying. Now, we did have a Stargazer in our opening hand, which is a very good card, but we tried to mulligan for the Song of Kings or Hammermarth, but we ended up getting really amazing card draw in our opening hand. We've got a Mathan and we've got 2 Hammersmiths, so that is 3 draw, 3 draw, 3 draw. So we can basically draw 9 cards in our opening turns. Pretty crazy. Okay, now remember we have Bilbo. Now Bilbo has his own sphere, which is used for various tasks in this, so we'll have to deal with that. And let's get on to it. Yabam. I'll try and get through this without making this video 4 hours long, because remember, this is a really weird quest. You've got to delay as much as possible because we're looking for specific cards to come out of here. We need the troll key before we can actually win the game, and we need to have our board able to deal with some pretty heavy, trolls that come into the second round. So let's get started. So here we go. We must away the break of dawn, an unexpected party. The wizard Gandalf has chosen Bilbo Baggins to join Thorin and company on their quest to the Lonely Mountain. Now this setup stuff, we've done all the setup. I don't have to worry about that. It does say reveal the next card from the encounter deck. Let's just do that. Okay, so this is a good one. It's basically roast and boil them. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each ally, 2 damage instead if there's a troll. So there are no allies in play, so that just gets discarded. At first they had passed through Hobbit lands, a wild, respectable country inhabited by decent folk with good morals, an inn or two, and now and then a dwarf or farmer ambling by on his business. Then they came to lands where people spoke strangely and sang songs Bilbo had never heard before from The Hobbit. So this is a 7 to pass. Now we want to basically, I wonder if, is that visible because of the encounter decks in the way? Basically, we want to go as slow as possible past this quest. Okay, now, there's so little space. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw the next card. Faramir. Okay. So, now we don't want to quest too hard. We know that the majority of threats coming out here are the maximum of 3 threat. So we're just going to eat any threat. So I'm just going to tap with Thalen. So Thalen's questing for 1. Reveal the next card. It is a crow. And of course the crow has 1 health, and Thalen does 1 damage to whoever comes out of the encounter deck. So this crow is always discarded basically, because we're going to be questing with him every round. So he's discarded, there's nothing in the staging area, so we get 1 point on the quest. Okay, so that's that. So this goes to 5. And this is now at 2. And we draw another card, and it is a Test of Will. Excellent. And all these guys go up to 2. Okay, so we actually don't want to quest with put out anything. We're going to quest once again just with Thalen. Out comes a card. It is a location, Dreary Hills. It's 2 to pass, and it's a 3 threat. So that means we get 2 threat because we're only questing for 1. Okay, and then that goes to travel to that location. We go up 1 threat, and we go to turn 3, and then everyone goes to 3. Draw a card, baby. Yonk. Oh, another Mathan. Okay, so this time we're going to spend 2 off here. It takes us to 1, and we're going to place both our Mathans down. And now there's 2 threat here, so we can quest for at least 2. So we're just going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out comes a card. This says, when revealed, discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments in play. So we have 2, we don't want to do that. So I'm going to tap Eleanor to discard this because it's a when revealed thing and bring out the next card. A nice pickle. Doomed 1, so this goes to 4. When revealed, place the top X cards of the encounter discard pile on the bottom of the encounter deck. X is equal to twice the number of players. So there's 1 player, that means 2 cards. Bam. And we've quested for 4, so that's 2, 3, 4. That takes us to 3, so we're questing way too fast. Now, we have beaten this, but this says, force. After placing 1 or more progress tokens on Dreary Hills, each player must discard 1 card at random from their hand. So, you blammo. Oops, that's a very important card for us. Okay, so that gets discarded. Where should I put my account? There we go, put it like that. But this gets discarded. We draw both of them, so that is 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what have we got here? We get Keely, excellent. We get the Axe, we get Stargazer, we get the Record Keeper, we get the Song, and we get Fast Hit. So we've got almost everything. The only thing we're really missing is Haramath, but we should be able to dig him up pretty quickly using Stargazer. So that was a very good draw. Okay, that's the end of that. So we now go to 5 and turn 4. This goes to 4. This goes to 2. This goes to 4. And, oop, I just bumped the camera. And this goes to 4. Okay. And then we draw 1 card. Yonk. That's another Mathan. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to cast the Mathans, obviously, because there's nothing to cast on. But I might do 2 of these and place out a Haramath. Not Haramath, a Record Keeper. That allows me to take one of these into my hand, and then I'll spend another 2. And I'm not going to spend the other 2 just yet. I'm just going to hold on to that. Meanwhile, I'm going to... what am I going to do here? So I want to spend the Mathan tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 4 here, and we do have our Faramir. So I think I'm going to spend 1 off here and play out the song like so. So he can now cast Law, he can now cast Leadership. Then I'm going to spend 4 and put out Faramir. Okay, so let's draw the next encounter. Oh wait, questing, sorry. So we're going to quest, again, there's nothing in the staging area, so we're just questing with 1. Flip this over. It is the Troll Cave. So this is one of the ones we've been waiting for. Check out the effect here. It says, while troll camping is the staging area, troll enemies get +1 threat for each player in the game. While troll camp is in play, Bilbo Baggins gains action. Exhaust Bilbo Baggins and spend 1 Hobbit resource to remove 1 sack card from a character. Bilbo Baggins may trigger this effect even with a sack card attached to him. Now what's interesting is part of the effect is that he has to actually tap. So if he's exhausted and he gets a sack, and Bilbo's sacked, even though he can trigger the effect, technically he can't exhaust. So you've got to make sure he's always untapped. Anyway, so this is 3. We're questing with 1. I'm going to tap Faramir to add 1. So we're now questing for 2, which means our threat goes up by 1. And we're not going to travel that. We're going to keep that in the staging area for the rest of the game, basically. Okay, so that's that. We get another threat. We get another turn. He gets 1 resource. He gets 1 resource. She gets 1 resource. And we draw a card. Yonk. Oh, and there's Haramirth. Excellent. That's the guy we're waiting for. So we're going to spend 1 and place out him. And I'm also going to spend 3. Oh, I really don't want to spend 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to spend 3 and put out Keely. Now, Keely has a cool ability. It says, response. After you pay Keely from your hand during the planning phase, search your deck for Philly and put him into play under your control. So, bam. We then search our deck for the other brother. He's in here somewhere. Ooh, there he is. And he comes out. Okay, 1 more. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means we're now drawing 2 cards a turn because of Ori. Basically, what we've got going on now is that there's 3 in the staging area, so we can quest for 3 at each time. So this time I'm going to quest with 1. I'm going to quest with 1, 2, 3. And that way, if I now tap Faramir, I get an extra 3, which will cover most of the threats in the staging area. So we're questing for 3, out comes 1. When revealed, if there is a troll enemy in the staging area, sack 1. If there are no trolls in the staging area, this card gains Doom 2. I'm going to tap Eleanor. Actually, I do not have a spare resource for Tested Will, so I'm not going to do that. Basically, the reason why I want to tap Eleanor is because I'm trying to get through this deck as quickly as possible, but I just don't want to risk losing my song at this stage. So, bam, we're questing for 3. There's 3 in the staging area, no change. Okay, so this now goes to 3. This now goes to 6. You get 1. Oh wait, and we tap him as well before we do the new turn to peek at here. And excellent, so we get another treachery. So 1, 1, this goes to 2. So at the end of each turn, we're going to tap him basically. So I'm just going to leave him tapped just to remind myself what's going on. And we draw 2 cards. Another card draw. Okay. So what have we got here? Right, so we've got to basically do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3. This comes out. We then tap Eleanor to cancel it. Out comes the next card. It is another Troll Cave. It's another 3. We then tap him. 1, 2, 3. No threat gain, no threat loss, because we're questing for 6. We then tap him. Out comes the next card. Okay, it's another treachery. And we're going to travel to here as well. So there's 3 in the staging area, 3 in the travel area. Okay. So this now goes to 4. This goes to 5. This goes to 2. This goes to 2. This goes to 3. We draw 2 cards. Okay. Okay, so we're going to spend 2 and put out our Stargazer. I'm just going to leave her tapped as well because I basically tap her every turn after the quest phase. And we're basically just going to do the exact same thing. So we're questing for 1, 2, 3. This time I'm going to quest for 4. So I'm questing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'm questing for 4. Now I'm going to quest a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Out comes this card again. It's another treachery. We tap Eleanor to discard it. Draw the next one. Okay. If there is no troll enemy in the staging area, sack 1. If there is a troll enemy in the staging area, gain Doom 2. So this goes to 5 plus 1. We're at 10, 20, 30, 6. Okay. I then tap both these guys, so we reveal the next card. It is another treachery. And I get to look at the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place in any order. We want to start getting our money cards. Okay, so we're going to do that. Yep. Right. Next round. Bam. Bam. This goes to 6. Goes to 1. Goes to 3. Goes to 4. And did I draw the 2 cards? No. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, so he's going to go 3 resources. Takes him to 1. And then 1 resource takes him to 2. If I can find it. And we're going to place out Resourceful on Eleanor. So she's now getting 1 extra resource per turn. Okay, so we know that there's a treachery coming. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 again. This comes out. We tap Eleanor to cancel it. Out comes another one. Okay, so this is Hobbiton. It's only 1 threat. And this is interesting. It says, after placing 1 or more progress tokens on Hobbit lands, player draws 1 card. So there's now 4 in the staging area. We are questing for 4, but I'm going to tap this guy. I'm going to tap this guy and go 1, 2, 3, 4. That clears this and puts 1 extra quest on here. So we're doing very, very badly with our questing. This only goes to 7, so we've got to slow down completely to nothing now. Okay, so double tap, reveal the next card. It is another location. This one is a 2 cost. And we draw the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to basically get these 2. Okay, new round. Go to 3, go to 3, go to 2, go to 2, go to 3, go to 2, draw 2 cards. Oh wait, and she gets an extra resource. She actually goes to 3. Okay, so she's going to spend 2 of those resources, so that goes to 1. And she's going to place out double Mathan. What else are we going to do here? I think we'll start. Oh no, I might leave. Yeah, so we're going to start doing this as well. So he's going to go to 1 and place out his axe, his first axe. These are restricted cards. They give +2 attack. So he's now at 4 attack. Okay, so we know that there is 3 in the staging area. There's 1 here, so that's questing for 4, plus a lowlands is out, so that's another 2. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 we need to quest for. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we quest for 6, that all gets cleared. These 2 get discarded. Hobbit lands gets discarded. Remember, this one says draw a card when you travel, when you complete it. And then we travel here. So we had 2 Mathans plus that, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we tap both of these guys, reveal the next card, it's another location, excellent. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's have a quick look at what we got already. Okay. So we're going to put these 2 like so. Right, so this now goes to 4, this goes to 4, this goes to 3, this goes to 2, go to 2, go to 3, draw 2 cards. Right, so the first thing we're going to do obviously is cast Steward. We're going to put that onto Thalen. Now, Steward costs 2, and then you tap it and you gain 2, so it's basically played for free. Now, that means he's now earning 3 per turn. She's earning an extra 1 per turn, so she's actually 3. I've got to keep remembering to do that. And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go 2. This goes to 1. We'll place out another Hammersmith. We'll get our Mathan back into our hand. We'll then cast 1, this goes to 2, place out Mathan, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and place out our next resourceful, so she's now getting 2 per turn as well. Okay, so we know that this is coming out. It is another Hobbit lands, that's a 1. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6 to pass. 5, 6, 7 to pass. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not an issue. This gets cleared. Now this does have an effect. It says, after placing 1 or more progress tokens on lone lands, each player removes 1 resource from his hero's resource pools if able. Response. After lowland leaves play as an explored location, Bilbo Baggins gains 1 resource. So that's a net sum. So he loses a resource, gains a resource. So that does nothing basically. But we did also ping our Mathan. So that gives us another 1, 2, 3. We get some more junk. We're going to start doing our card reduction soon. And we travel to the Hobbit lands. We double tap this, reveal. It's another location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to take this guy and this guy. Okay, so we're at 5 now. This goes to 5. Okay, so he now gets 1 resource. She gets 2, so she's now plus 3, so that gives her, she goes to 4. He's also plus 2, so he goes straight to 3. And this guy gets 1. And then I draw 2 cards. Okay, so we've got all our threat reduction now. We've got both our tombs. And we've got 1 greeting. Do we have 2 greetings? Yeah, we've got both our greetings. So we've basically got all our threat reduction now. So let's start doing that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 off this and place out the belt. Now this belt allows you to tap, and then for the phase, only the phase, you get to have any sphere. So that comes in like that. And then I'm going to spend 3 resources off this guy and reduce our threat by 6. Bam. Take this down to 4. And that costs us a greeting. Okay, so we still haven't found the cards we're looking for. We're looking for the troll key. Okay, so basically there's a couple of cards we need to win. We need our fast hitches, which we've got. We need our troll key. We need our axes, our double axes, which we've only found 1 axe so far. So, not doing too good. Okay, whatever. The point is, we now have... we know that nothing's coming out, so do we have another Mathan? I don't think we've got another Mathan yet. No. Okay, so let's draw this one. This is 3. So that's 3, 6, 7 in the staging area. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this gets pinged. It's a Hobbit land, so we get to draw 1 card. We then double tap, travel here. We then double tap, reveal. So it's a, what does it say? No campfire. Okay, so this is a surge basically. Now we have to be careful because we don't want to overquest. We don't want to activate the second quest here. And we do this, look at the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Get those 2. Okay. So this goes back to 5. And this goes to 1. He gets 3 now, so that takes him to 4. That goes to 4 as well. And this one goes to 2. And then we draw 2 cards. Okay, so we are 10, 20. So I'm going to tap this, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 on this one as well. 4. So I've spent 3 and 4. So that is, oops, I've got all my cards upside down there. 3 is my second greeting, and then 4 is a tomb plus a greeting. So basically the greeting's 3, so that's takes 6 off. So bam, and this goes to 4. And then the tomb says return 1 spirit card from your discard pile to your hand. So 1, bring out the greeting, spend 3. So it's now 4 to get a greeting, which is another 6. So that's 4. And this goes to 3. Okay. Rightio. Still haven't got the troll key coming out, so we're sort of stuck in this holding pattern. Now this time I don't want to overquest. We know that there's 3 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 in the staging area, and a treachery's coming out. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out comes this. We tap Eleanor. Oh, we don't tap Eleanor because it doesn't matter. This one has Surge. So it says Doomed 1. So this goes to 4. When revealed, each player must choose increase the threat by 4 or reveal an additional encounter card from the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. So we're going to do that, of course. Out comes the next one. It's another location. It's +1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we have 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 1 resource on here, but this does have an effect. It says each player must discard 1 card at random. So it gets 1. And now we discard 1 card at random. Oh, damn it. Not good. Okay. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left. Okay, so we're going to double tap, reveal. So location, excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Aristor and the Axe. Excellent. So, yeah, Aristor and the Axe. Okay. This goes to 5. This goes to 4. This goes to 3. This goes to 3. Did I do this? This goes to 2. Did I put that up? I did. Yeah. Right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Take this to 1. We're going to always leave 1 on here, so we've got Test of Will up. Tap him to get Spirit and play 1 more. Takes us to 2. So that's 4. Play another Tomb. That drops our threat by 6, so that's 5. This goes to 4. We are now at 19 threat, which means we are in secrecy, which means I can now spend just 1 resource to place out Resourceful, and I'm going to place that on this guy. So he's now getting 4 a turn. Oh no, I just bumped this. Lucky it was at a 5, so I know what's going on. It's a little cramped. What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, and now that I've spent all my stuff, I'm then going to go 1 more resource. Remember, it's still the planning phase, so Belt is still active, making this 1 Spirit. And we're spending 1, and we're going to do Will of the West. Now, this card says, choose a player, shuffle that player's discard pile back into his deck. Now, this has been errated, so you can still, it's not once per game, which is what a lot of people wanted it to be errated to. It's just the card that you cast gets kicked out of the game. So this goes out of the game forever. I'm just going to chuck that over there. And I get to shuffle my discard pile back into my deck. Oh, you know what I should have done? Before I did that, I should have gotten a Mathan out. Oh well, it doesn't matter. That was a screw up. Won't make too much of a difference. Okay. What's this bunch of stuff here? What the hell is this deck of cards up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it? Oh, I just shuffled these back in. I don't know what the hell they are. I think I just screwed up when I was looking at all my cards. Doesn't matter. It really wouldn't make a difference. This deck beats this quest like 99.9999% of the time. Okay, I don't know what happened then. Some kind of screw up on my part. Okay, whatever. So that's all done. There is 2 in the staging area. So we actually have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the staging area. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's fine. This gets discarded. And we have to discard a card from our hand. Hammermarth, excellent. We'll travel to this one. Now this one says, while the cave entrance is in the staging area, it gains force. At the end of the round, place the top X cards of the encounter discard pile on the bottom of the encounter deck. So I'm just going to do that right now, because otherwise I'll forget each time. Okay, this now goes to 5. This now goes to 3. Double tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, double Mathan again. Okay. Oh wait, I'm not drawing 5, I'm just putting it in order. There we are. So double Mathan. Yeah, I'll do this. So I'm going Mathan, Hammermarth, Mathan. Okay. So this goes to 4. This goes to +1. This goes to 5. This goes to 4. This goes to 4, 5. This goes to 5 because he's getting +4 now. He's got the resourceful and he's got steward. And this goes to 3. Right. And then we draw 2. 1, 2. I then spend 4 off here using his king stuff and play out. Oh, what? Didn't I have? I thought I had Aristor in my hand. I got confused. I reckon that was supposed to be in my hand because I was just holding so many cards. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, so let's go back. So that was at 5, right? So she'll spend 2. Place out you. Oh, not you. You. Okay. So what have we got here? This is the surge one, I think. Yeah, so that's the surge one. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This comes out. We tap Eleanor. Oh, we don't tap Eleanor. We get +1 threat, and then we have to surge it. This one, okay, so this one says, the first player chooses a troll enemy in the staging area and engages that enemy. If there are no troll enemies in the staging area, this card gains surge. So that's another surge. Okay, so this one we are cancelling with Eleanor. When revealed, discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments in play. So that, tap Eleanor to cancel it, draw another card, and we get another troll cave. Boom, 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 boom. These all go into the discard pile. So we're questing for 8, weren't we? So that's, so we're questing for 8, and we have 6, 7, so that's 1 on there. Okay, double tap, reveal. Oh, God, where is the damn troll key? This is this quest in a nutshell. We just got to dig this troll key out. It is an absolute pain. Okay, so that will be discarded by Thalen, right? So we just have the same amount to quest. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This goes on the bottom of the encounter deck, by the way, because of that troll cave. And we put a resource on here, which means you have to drop a resource. So this goes to 4. Okay, and double tap, so we look at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need both of these in our hand. Okay. Okay, the next one is up. So this goes to 3, this goes to 5, this goes to 3. This is from 2, we get plus 3, so this goes to 5. From 5, we get plus 4, so that goes to 9. And this guy goes to 4. And we draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, so we now are starting to get everything we need. We're still looking for the axe as well, guys. So there's still some more junk to get. He's going to go 4. He's going to have 5, 6. So that goes to 3. And place out Bjorn. She's going to spend 1. That goes to 4. Place out a Mathan. Okay, so again, we need 3, 6, 7, 8. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out comes the crow, killed immediately by Thalen. This gets passed. We lose a resource, gain a resource on Bilbo, and we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And we travel to here. Then we double tap, reveal, it's another surge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there he is, finally. Okay. New round. It keeps going. Keeps going. So that's 4. This goes to 5. This one is plus 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. This one is plus 4. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's plus 1. Draw 2 cards. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this back to 3. And play out Eristor. Now he has a great ability. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand to draw 1 card. Limit once per round. So that is awesome. So we are then going to discard, we'll discard Stargazer here. Draw another card. We'll also spend 3 off you, so that goes to 2. We'll put out Bofer or exhaust to choose location. The location gets -1 until the end of the phase. So this is basically a +1 after the reveal of the card, which is very cool. So I'll just stick that here, I guess. We're also going to spend another 1 on this and place out Fast Hitch, because we're getting pretty close to, I mean, the troll key's got to be coming up soon, right? Now, do we have the other Fast Hitch in our hand? Not yet. We're also going to spend 1 off you to place out another Mathan. Okay, so we have 3. Did I put one under the... I can't remember. I'm just going to put this under the encounter deck. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 in the staging area plus a surge. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Okay, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only questing for 5. This guy comes out. It gets surged. This guy comes out. It is +1. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're questing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap this. 6, 7, 8. And what we're again, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's perfect. Yep, that's all correct. This gets discarded. Bam, we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Nothing of interest. We then double tap, reveal. Oh, finally we get an objective, but it's the wrong goddamn one. This is the one we do not need, the troll purse. Now, I play a lot of... this is actually a really good Nightmare quest. It's actually a much better quest than the Nightmare version. And in the Nightmare version, these have Surge, but not in this version. So that is all that's in the staging area. So come down here. We also look at the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, finally, Axe. Okay, and there's the fast hitch. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. And another Mathan. Okay, so this goes to 5. Get another turn marker. I don't even know if I'm starting to get a bit blurry, this game. Okay, so this goes to 2. This is getting +4. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is getting +3. So it's going to 4. Okay. So we're going to spend 2 off you and play out our last record keeper or whatever his name is. Bam. Get the Mathan back into our hand. We're going to spend 2 off you. So that is 1 Mathan. And we have another Mathan in here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I thought we had another Mathan. Oh no, what we're going to do is we're going to use Aristor's ability to discard the Hammerworth and draw the next card, which is a Mathan. And that's where the second Mathan was. Actually, we're going to discard, we'll discard an attachment. Oh, we've got all our guys out, doesn't matter, yeah. So when you're doing your discarding for the Hammersmith, right, he only takes the topmost attachment. So when you're using Aristor, you want to discard events or characters so you don't cover your Mathans in attachments, which then you pick up instead of the Mathan. Okay, so we know that nothing's coming out. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This needs to go into the bottom of the deck again. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, we get two of them. This gets done. Travel here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into our hand. There's only 3 cards left. So we'll tap just Hammermarth this time. This is out here. And come on, Troll Key. Damn it! Still haven't found the Troll Key. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? 1. This goes to 2. This goes to 1. This goes to +3. So that's another bam. This goes to +4. So that goes bam, bam. And this one goes bam. Okay, now I've got basically all my entire deck in my hand here, so I've got to try and figure out what's going on. So do we have the other? We've got 1 greeting. There's the other axe. So we're missing 1 Khazard. Oh no, there it is there. So we've got everything we need to win the game. All we need now is the damn Troll Key. Now the reason we're doing this is because unless you get the troll key, you can't get any of these treasure cards, which you need for the later parts of the quest. So it's a real pain. Okay, so we're spending 2, so that's 1. This goes to 4. We put out the other axe, so we're now fighting for 6 on him. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3. That takes this to 4. Takes this to, from, what were we on, 4? Yeah, I'm just going to take that to 1. And we're going to play a greeting. Then we're going to go 4 off here, so that is, makes this 2. And this go. And that is bam. We're going to tap our belt and we're going to spend 4 off here. And that is the other bam. And that is 3 greetings cast, which is 18. So that's 10, 20 gone, plus 2, that goes to 3. Right, come on, can we just please get the troll key at some point in the near future? Thank you very much. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, we're going for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out comes this guy. It says doomed 1. This goes to 4. But I'm actually going to tap Eleanor and cancel it and try and dig further into this deck. And there it is! The troll key! It's here! It's here! Finally. Okay, so here, this is the deal. We now need to get this attachment onto us, okay? So, we're now ready to basically win this game. So we are, we've got everything we need. We're questing with this guy and this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, so with 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're questing with this guy. Oh, I haven't put out my record keeper, so I have to wait one more turn. That is lame. Really should have put him out ages ago. Okay, because record keeper allows me to untap Phelan. See, I want to tap Phelan every time because it gives us the ability to, kill the crows. So whatever. The point is, we're questioning for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 3, 4, 5. But we tap him, it gives us an extra resource, and this guy is destroyed. Okay. There's only 3 cards in our deck, so we'll just tap Hammersmarth. And draw 2 cards. We then go, okay, so this goes to 5. This goes to 3. Okay, so there's about 3 turns left, and then we've won the game. So this goes to 2. This goes to 3. Oh, wait. This was on 2. He gets 3, so he's now at 5. This is at 5. He gets 4. So he just goes bam, and this guy gets another 1. So what does this thing say? Doom 2. We can eat Doom 2 pretty easily. So the first thing we're going to do is spend both of these resources. Why not? We're going to put out both of our... Oh no, we're going to spend one of these resources because we need a a lore resource to use him. I'm going to spend 3 off him. Takes him down to 2. Spend another greeting. Take another one off. Why not? Just for fun. We're now at 4 threat. And what else do I want to do? Anything else? May as well do this. So I'm going to spend one more resource, take that to 1. Do it the other Will of the West. And just shuffle this all back in. Why not? We don't need to, but may as well. Okay. And you know what I may as well do? I'll just discard Steward using Aristore's ability to draw another card. Why not? Okay, so there is 3 in the staging area. We need 3, 5, 6, 7. So we need 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll just tap this guy for 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out comes this card. It says, if there's no trolls, gain Doom 2. So that just takes us to 5, 6. Okay. We're almost finished. Okay, so now we've completed this quest. Let's bring out the next one. Yonk! Roast mutton. Obviously trolls. Even Bilbo, in spite of his sheltered life, could see that. From the great heavy faces on them and their size, their shape and their legs. Not to mention their language, which was not drawing room fashion at all. The Hobbit. Add the set-aside troll enemies and troll cave to the staging area. Shuffle the discard pile back into the encountered deck. Okay, 2B. Now this is interesting. So it said there's only one questing thing on it, but it says forced. If there are no troll enemies left in play, or if there are no cards left in the encounter deck, advance to the next stage. Anytime players will place progress tokens on this quest, discard an equal number of cards to the encounter deck instead. So basically, we're not going to do that. We're going to kill the trolls. So if we kill the trolls, we win this. Right. Now, let's have a look at the trolls. We have Troll Cave first, which says immune to player card effects. And this is why we need the key. Players cannot travel to the Troll Cave unless Bilbo Baggins has the Troll Key attached to the first player. Spend 5 resources and 2 resources instead if Bilbo Baggins has the Troll Purse. So basically, we need to get the Troll Key into our hand, and then we need to travel here and beat that location before we finish the game, or we won't get the treasures. And now we have a number of trolls. We start with the lowest threat one, which is Bert. Players cannot play attachment cards on troll enemies. Forced. After Bert engages a player, sack 1. Forced. Return Bert to the staging area at the end of the combat phase. The engaged player must raise his threat by 1 to cancel this effect. We won't have to worry about that. And then Tom. Okay, this is an important one. Troll enemies can only be attacked by 1 character at a time. And then it's basically the same effect. He does 1 sack and he goes back to the staging area. And the final guy is troll enemies not engaged with a player cannot take damage. There's no shenanigans you can do into the staging area. Boom. Okay, so we're going to attach the Troll Key to this guy. We're going to attach the purse to the next guy. Now these guys are all +1 threat. And then we're going to engage this guy and kill him. So what happens here is first you have to do a sack card. So we draw a sack card. It says a large sack. Attached to the character, excluding Gandalf, with the highest printed hit points. That is Bjorn over here. But then we can tap on an action phase Bilbo and spend 1 resource to shuffle this back into the sack deck. So this guy, now shuffle all these back in as well. We'll draw a shadow card. We're going to defend with this bloke. Flip it over, no shadow effect. He is killed. And then we attack with, tap this bloke, the record keeper. We spend 1 resource, which untaps Thalen. And then we attack with Phelan. Now he's attacking for 6, and the troll has 2 armor, which means we put 4 damage on him. But we also have, here we are, Khazad, which says choose a dwarf character until the end of the phase he gets +3. So that's another 3 damage. So that's actually 7 damage we've put on him. And then we're also going to cast Heavy Stroke. After a dwarf deals X damage to an enemy during combat, deal an additional X damage to that enemy. Limit once per phase. So that's going to cost us 1 resource. And then we put another 5, 6, 7. So that's 14 damage that we place on this guy, which of course kills him. And this says, go straight to our victory display. So I'll just stick it over here. Then we tap Bilbo to take the troll key, like so. Okay, and then we double tap these guys, reveal the next card. It's a crow, perfect. These are discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll just do that. Okay, so this now goes to 2, gets +3, so that's 4, gets +4, and gets 1. Okay, draw 2 cards, 1, 2. We then discard using error stored ability to draw 1 more card. We may as well go 3. Do another greeting. We are now at 0 threat. Okay, so we know that this guy is going to be killed. So that is 3, 4, 5, and this is 4, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 threat. Can we do 13 threat? I'm pretty sure we can. Remember, we haven't actually left the planning phase yet, so I can still play cards. We need 1 to defend. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let me just check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And there's 1 guy to defend. Okay. And then we spend 1 to untap Phelan. So just to recheck, we're questing with Eleanor. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 passes because the crow is automatically killed by Thalen. Remember, we've tapped the record keeper to untap him. We then travel to here, travel to the troll cave, which costs us 5 resources because we don't have the troll purse. And then this guy then attacks us. We get another sack card. And again, we just tap and spend 1 resource. That goes to 3 to shuffle that back in. And then we defend with this guy. So let's just kill him straight away so I don't forget. He gets a shadow card. And the shadow card says, if this attack does at least 1 damage, shuffle this card into the encounter deck. That's fine. We attack back with Phelan, and we just basically do the same thing as we did last time with the Khazard and the Heavy Stroke and the 1 resource. And that puts 14 damage on him, which kills him. And then we tap Bilbo, and that's him done. Boom. Okay. Now we just do one more double tap, reveal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm bothering. It's just habit. We don't care about any of those cards. Okay. Final round. This goes to 4. This goes to... Where is my other fast hitch? This goes plus 3. This gets plus 4. This gets 1. We get 1 threat. Oh, there's the other fast hitch. So I'm just going to tap that and spend 1. Put out the other fast hitch. There's now 2 fast hitches on him. Should have done that ages ago. We've got a test of might in hand, test of will in hand. So everything's good. I may as well go 4 and just do another greeting just to get back to 0 threat. Why not? And now we're questing. So there is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 in the staging area. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Tap him, spend 1 to untap. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This guy comes out. It's a when revealed, but we spend 1 resource off Eleanor to cancel it with a test of will. So that's the end of that. It does have doomed 1. I should have probably done that lazy greeting at the end of the round, whatever, well, it doesn't matter. And that's 4 on here. This is now put into our victory display. We can now get the treasure cards. This guy attacks us, but he sacks twice. So we get 2 sacks this time. But we've got 2 hitches, so we just basically do this twice. Spend 2 resources. They're put back in the counter deck. And now we can attack, and this time, because we've killed that other troll, William I think his name is, or Tom, because we've already killed Tom, we can attack with multiple characters. So we're attacking with 6, and then we're attacking with 8. So that is 4 damage, plus 3 damage from Bjorn, plus another 5 damage from Bjorn, which takes us to 12 damage, which is exactly what we need to kill this guy. And he's now dead as well. Bam. And this now says, if there are no troll enemies in play, advance to the next stage. There are none. 3A. Dawn take you all and be stoned to you, said a voice that sounded like William. But it wasn't. For just at that moment as the light came over the hill, there was a mighty twitter in the branches. William never spoke, for he stood turned to stone as he stooped, and Bert and Tom were stuck like rocks as they looked at him. Poor trolls. 3B. When revealed, remove all troll enemies and sack cards from the game. If the troll cave is in the victory display, which it is, the players have discovered the treasure cards Sting, Glandrum, and Orcrist or something, and the players have won the game. So that's that. So we have won. And we get the 3 treasure cards to take into the next quest. So that is Sting, which says, attached to Bilbo Baggins, it's restricted. He gets +1 of will, attack, and defense. Response. After Bilbo Baggins exhausts to defend, discard the top card of the encounter deck, deal damage to the attacking enemy equal to the discarded card's will. Pretty awesome. Now, Orchrist is basically a restricted +2, kind of like the axes we're using, except it also says add a resource to the hero's pool when you kill an orc. And Glamdrim is also a +2 restricted, and it says draw a card when you kill an orc. And that, my friends, is the end of this quest. Now, that was unfortunately a little bit longer than normal. It took us ages to dig that troll key out. And, well, that's that. And I will see you guys next time.